All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha Akwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful light that are scattered abroad. Shalom, Akim wa Akwa. In this video, I just want to make this quick video going to a point of something that just happened to me today. And I don't want to get, too into detail, but basically, coming into this truth, a part of that is you're going to be catching hell. Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay. Or otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus 2:1. So we're bound to catch hell by coming into this truth. Okay. But most importantly, it's going to be of those or they of your own household. Okay, speaking going into what Yahweh Shai told his disciples, a prophet is without honor but in his own house. Okay, so our families are going to come against us just because we know the name of the Lord, and we're coming back to him, and we're Yashab, Yashab or Yashawab, we're turning back. There's a return, back to righteousness, with coming back to the name, coming back to the law, trying to live upright, righteously to the best of our abilities. And, your family are going to come up against you because of that, for that very reason. It's just prophecy. And, me personally, I've always had a disconnect with my family, even for my entire life. And coming into this truth, you understand it's because they're not really your family. Like, yeah, they might be your blood family, your blood relatives, but coming into this truth, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures, you brothers, you Akim, y'all are my family. Okay, the Scriptures say, don't they? I hate thee who hate me. Because they don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So because of that, they're going to hate you because they hated him before they hated you. So of course they're going to hate you, and they're going to hate that name. You see? So because they don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we hate them. Even though they're our family, even though they're of Israel, they're not really going to, they're not going to get it on this side. There's got to be a 2/3, right? But going to my point, they've always been kind of against me, and I've always kind of just understood it, and especially coming into this truth, it's made it a lot worse, and it's come to a point where you do cut them off because it's no reason to. Me personally, I don't do anything to my family. You know what I mean? Now there's some instances where they may I may need help financially, whatever, but even then, that's something that you got to cut off if you're still tied to them, and do things your own way, because they're always going to hold things against you. And I say that to say, I don't mean to ramble on, Salakia, but I say that to say, I had this incident happen, with one of my family members, and I had got this text, because they were threatening to take something away from me. They were threatening to do something, just on some bullshit, and really, Jake, and really we just out here working, paying our bills and doing the work and trying to stay out of trouble. Like, that's all we're doing, but yet we're an enemy, you see? So she had made this comment, within the message, and it's something that I want to share because it's beautiful. She made this comment on, at the very end of whatever bullshit she was saying, she had mentioned, you've been spared again, or she said, like, once again you've been spared, and I don't know why. And I just thought that was heavy, spiritual, because let me just go ahead and get to that precept. Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth in it and is safe. You see, with all this shit, with all the things that are going on with your life, people coming against you, you in tough situations, who you go to counsel? Who you go to for rest, man? Who do you go to receive wisdom, to know what to decide? All right, if you're not with your brothers, who do you go to, man? You go to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You always go to Yahweh Shai. And that was one of the things that I had went to, you know, going to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and praying and letting it be known, like, you know, Baba Kashah, you know, these people are coming against me. You know, just Baba Kashah, keep me safe from my enemies. Keep me safe from the wickedness, man, so that I may, you know, continue to do your work. Abba Ratazah, I don't want Ratazah that you continue to have that spirit on me. And you see, after that, after, you know, having that conversation, having that prayer with our Lord, okay, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Yahweh Shai, you know, for that message to be sent, it's almost like Yahweh Shem Yahushai just put a halt on everything. You see? And all of a sudden, their threats, it seems like they're not going through with it anymore, which, I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. They can do whatever the hell they want because I have Yahweh Shem Yahushai. As for all of us, man, these fucking, as for all of us, you know, all of us Akim, man, we had Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So even if they did go through with it, it don't make a difference. But I just thought it was heavy that she said, you've been spared again, and I don't know why. Well, that's because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. You see? Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord, Yahweh, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. You see, going to that word, going to Lord, which Lord, all caps, is always Yahweh. You got the characters Yah, Wah, Ha, and the Wah and the Ha connect at the end. Yahweh, the existing one, right? He is. You see? So he's a strong tower. You see? And that tower is gonna protect you. You know, if you're in a thunderstorm, you wanna lean up against something sturdy, and that's Yahweh Shai. So I just wanted to bring out that beautiful point. Once again, Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to keep his elect protected no matter what. Okay? And we hope that we are of that number. We hope that we are of that group, because we're the only ones out here proclaiming the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the glory of his name and the glory of his salvation, which he's coming to destroy Babylon the Great. He's coming to destroy, you know, Esau, Edom, and set up his kingdom and restore his nation. You see, I have, you know, somewhat love for them because, you know, they are Israel, but at the end of the day, they don't know Yahweh Shai, so therefore they're my enemy, you know, and they don't have reasoning or common sense. It's not something you can talk to them about. But I just thought that it was heavy that she said that, man. She said, you've been spared, as if they were gonna do anything, you know. And I don't mean to sound dramatic, or I don't mean to talk in a drama way, but this is just the truth of the matter. You see, I was come against, right? I was threatened in some way, shape, or form, you know. And I prayed to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you see how quick, man. Sometimes, you know, he answers quick. And I just want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Wadi Yahweh, the Wadi Yahweh Shai, the Wadi Yahweh, the Wadi Yahweh Shai, the Wadi Yahweh, the Wadi Yahweh Shai. You know, that was a heavy thing to read. And she said, and I don't know why. Well, listen, this is why. Because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. And I told you that before. Just like we proclaim this message to Jake all the time through the highways and byways. And maybe, you know, certain people we encounter. Hey, we told you. But guess what? You know, that blood is on your hands. My hands are clean now. So I'm just here at the job. I'm about to get back, but I just wanted to make that quick point. Once again, Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. I don't want to write to Zion. You were edified. Shalom.